Shalom. Giving all praise to YAHAWASHI, Bashim Kakadash. Double honor to the apostle, great millstone, taught me this truth. Blessings all you laborers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. This is going to be a quick lesson. This was posted 23 hours ago. So this is current news prophecies, year prophecy 2020. It says time for Frexit. French politician demands EU referendum after chaos of budget talks. Alright. And French politician Florent Philippot yesterday reiterated his call for a French exit or Frexit from the European Union, as he said France should stop paying into bloc's calamitous budget. His warning came as European leaders clashed on Thursday in thorny talks on a joint 2020-2027 budget that has left the multi-billion euro hole after Britain's departure. Alright, so since Britain left, Britain was like the hole in a balloon. Alright, it was like the patch, because America, Esau, Edom, his kingdom is already fallen. But when Britain left, it was like a taking off the patch off the air, it's like off the tire. So now the air is going out. So now they're scrambling, trying to figure out what they're gonna do about this budget, how much money they're gonna put in or whatnot. So with that being said, like, they can't come to terms on the budget. So it's like, hey, well, we need to leave too. This is it. That's it, man. All right. So it says in a Twitter post, M. Philippot, leader of the populist Les Patriots movement, said France will be plowing more cash into an already ruinous European budget. So it's already finished. It says, let's take this money back, save more than 10 billion euros a year by leaving the EU Frexit. Hashtag. His comments came as crunch talks on the EU's joint 2020-27 budget reached an impasse on Thursday, with hopes of a deal fading as rich contributor nations and poor recipient ones clashed over the size of the budget and how the money should be spent. All right. So let's get the scriptures. This is Luke 11, verse 17. This is YAHAWASHI. All right, remember the scriptures say all things are written for our learning. All right. This is Luke 11 and 17. It says, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. So the house of Edom divided against each other. All right, the EU, that was that NATO, EU, America, that was a big power structure. You mess with one, member, then you mess with all. But here it is, if because it's all based off of finances, man. How much money they're putting into, that's why Trump was started putting tariffs on these nations, because he said they wasn't contributing as much as America was. So this money, all right, money, all right, the love of money is the root of all evil, as the scriptures say, the love, all right. And what's really happening is that these curses, Esau's kingdom is falling, these curses are beginning to fall on him. All right. It says the tussle over money was made more intense this year by the departure of Britain from the bloc, which has left a 75 billion Brexit gap over the 7-year period. Britain, which left the EU last month, was the second biggest net contributor to the budget after Germany. Are you asking if we're going to resolve the whole budget discussion this weekend? No, I don't think so. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen said as she arrived at the Brussels meeting. Denmark is one of the self-styled frugal four alongside the Netherlands, Sweden, and Austria, who pose a proposal by summit host Charles Michel, president of the European Council. They urge Mr. Michel's 1.9 trillion euro budget plan is excessive and must be slashed, while also calling for the budget to be modernized to face new challenges. The EU 27 disagree over how much the multi-annual financial framework, as a long-term budget is called, should rise by. All right. So what's happening, all right, is these curses are coming upon them, right? The division. The Lord is turning the Egyptians against the Egyptians. The modern day Egyptians will be Esau, Edom. All right. So this is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and all them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And one of those curses, that eye shall be evil towards thy brother. All right. And what does that bring? That brings division. All right. Here there's another nation getting ready to leave that big power structure, which is what makes up the beast. All right. Here it is. The original 10 signatures right here. Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain, and Portugal, England and Ireland, which Spain and Portugal was one, and England and Ireland are one. That's why you got the 13 stars, okay, on that the blue EU flag. All right, it's blue flag with yellow stars. Okay, and this is going into Daniel's, the second chapter. Okay, this is Daniel's. Let me get it real quick. Salakia. Daniel's 2. All right. Daniel's. I'm gonna start at verse 40. Daniel's 2 verse 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things. And that's talking about the Roman Empire. All right. Strong as iron was a very strong empire. It says, and as the iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou saw the feet and toes part of potter's clay, because America, all right, this whole European infrastructure is a Roman Empire reincarnated. All right, that's why you had the Renaissance period, the rebirth. It says clay and part of iron, and the kingdom shall be divided. All right, the kingdom shall be divided, and that's what we have. Brexit, Frexit, all right, so on and so forth. And even if they're not physically, divided, mentally they are divided. They're thinking, talks, this is in their mind. Well, we just need to leave too. All right. So, we all know together you're stronger. All right. It says the fourth kingdom shall be stronger. It's like in verse 41. It says, wherein thou sawest the feet and the toes, part of the potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. All right? Partly strong and partly broken. Broken as in a separation. Partly strong as Britain was part of that strong, because it stated here what it was. Britain, which led the EU last month, was the second biggest net contributor to the budget after Germany. All right? So the Germans would be definitely the Germans, man. They make the best products. Germans, Britain, and I believe Greece would be the weaker parts. Greece, maybe France, but definitely Greece, man. So it says, so the kingdom shall be partly strong, partly broken. All right. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And that's clearly what we see here happening. Right? They're not gonna mingle amongst each other. The kingdom is divided, and that's Satan divided against Satan. Okay, so let's read this last verse, because this is what we're coming into. This is the time. It says, verse 44, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom, and that kingdom is being set up right now. All right? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, brothers out there building, all right, the builders building the third temple, the house of David being rebuilt. That kingdom is being brought up. Isn't that how it always happened? while one kingdom is in its rule and is on its way going down, you got a stronger kingdom standing up right behind it. Okay? Getting ready to come into power. And this is what happened. It says, which shall not be destroyed, nor but the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Alright? So that's what's happening. As we see the downfall of our people, we see the rising of our people. Alright? So we say Kwam Yashala. So with that, Lord willing, you edify it. I'm going to say Shalom.